um, sorry. So, hello guys. This is Randbox. It also has .io, like in itch.io. But if you look closely, those you to move and S to freeze the camera and click back to come back to the camera and unfreeze the camera. Okay, these are diamonds. You can get all of them if you want to uncover something. Like this one. I think. Okay, this one has no. There's these option objects which have a cylinder hitbox. But if you look closely, they actually but if you see it from their editor, you can actually see they're called rear. So for the rest of that video, let's call them rears. Rears can appear in any option you do. That's why it says option on it. Rears is a weird name for these types of objects, but I added them anyway. And a ramp. This ramp is super old. Development of the game. Well, the game is still in development, but this ramp was since I was converting the orders into something. Is that crazy? Also, this thingy is for options. I just left the ramp. See me walking, and you can actually finally use these ASD keys, because if you go freeze your camera, you can finally you won't see the very flashbangs. They're only camera effects if the camera is looking where the player is. The player isn't actually spinning or flashing everywhere. They are not. They look normal to any other player. Okay, you can still hear the player from this far. This is the actual path with a rear on the end. Rears were supposed to be if the goodest option, and the other rears were supposed to be bad options. But it ended up just being a option marker, a useless one, because you cannot really know if it's an option or not. It's just like a little toy to play with after you gone with an option. There's also blue lands, which used to be dynamic, but I made it solid in the last with the second attempt, because this is actually the third attempt. If the third attempt goes viral, I'm gonna crash out. Also, if this game actually gets some popularity, I'm also gonna crash out. This blue thing used to be dynamic. You would look like small if you would just pass through it. But now it's solid, so you can climb it up. You can climb it up as it's so deep, but also not so deep, because you can also reach it. Not too high, not too deep. So you can climb it. Okay, Mario Plus. I think I okay. Oh my god, it's a spinning rear. Yes, it's easy to make a rear spin because it has a cylinder headbox. Oh my god, what have I done? It's a rolling rear basically. You have made a rolling rear. If it could detect rolling rears, but sadly I don't know how to do that. I just know how to use these gizmos that it gives me in the editor, so I could edit and add objects. There's so many added objects to add up. The player used to be a model, but because I don't like the models, I removed their models and glitched them out. And that's how the player became pink. And the coins became pink diamonds. I just ruined their models. Because I like their style like that. Because they like ruining models. Because I don't appreciate the models not being editable. A gap. Let's see. This is a creatable view. And also I'm gonna flop. I'm underwater. Please help me. Okay. There used to be like a thingy where you could see anything. Oh, but now you can't. We're inside the water, by the way. Mm-hmm. Beings. Why is this so high? I can barely reach that. Well, there's no way out. So I have to go back into our editor. Remote if I zoom out because I have to move quickly. Because I don't want to ruin everything. Because we're also zooming in, so let's move quickly. And you're crashing into the blue land surface. Maybe the zooming in wasn't so big. Hopefully we finally got into the surface and crashed correctly. Because we crashed into water, right? I'm seeing a few gaps that I haven't encountered. Probably because this um bathtub, this giant pool is so young basically. We could easily find the edge. So let's move this thing so we don't always get this weird thing. This object also is not correctly doing it. You can also see. This also is too high for you to reach normally. So let's put it final. Let's finally put it down and make it a ramp because we don't want you to just be underground on the water because it wouldn't be fun if you were underwater like that. Now I have a better ramp, even if it's longer. It is better because you can finally get out of the water if you don't want to stay in the underwater with only those toys, that which don't work at all. But we're adding some discoveries to discover, like a rear ocean, like adding a rear, which is actually 6 rears in one. Or you can even add up to it to be 9, or even you can make a rear, one single rear, but you can also make them 4 or even 8. or even 6 or even 9. That's why I love Weird so much to add. Because you can really play with Weirds. I didn't know Weirds were shadow in. So maybe not give it a shadow. The standard with metal? No. Better. Like that. Now we have to change the alpha block because it is not as simple as the game itself. Because needs to be simple. Now you have finally added the simpleness up. Well, added up. We added that simpleness again in the discovery. This discovery will be covered with a bit of a pushable box. Well, this pushable box will be on top, obviously. Add a few coins if you want. After adding these coins, you can hit the button to save it. And finally, copy paste the link and then basically entirely restart the link by removing the link then at your website and then pasting back and then pasting the link again. It basically completely restarted. It works with updates, by the way. Only that you have to save it to actually work. And maybe turning it around is to flashbang. Okay, that looks kind of weird. Looks like the water effects project from scratch if it was sped up super fast. Oh my god, for some reason. Oh my god, Dad! What? Oh my god. Okay, that is now I'm doing inappropriate stuff in the background. I hope you haven't heard it. If not, please don't get me banned. Okay, flashbang. There's obviously red behind us in that structure. W actually helps us. Actually, S actually helps us, even if it flashbangs us. It helps us on accident. Behind us, literally. I can't believe how fast you are when you're moving because look at the speed. Nope, white and black. Okay, maybe that is flashy too. Maybe that flashes. The process is slowly moving. If you look closely, they're just flashing. We're all the way over here now. Let's keep going. So let's go. Yes, this is very good. I think we're just living into the void and beyond. Is there like a lip? Oh, I fallen down underwater. Yes, this looks completely different. It's not covered at all. Okay, we have. Oh no, it's falling apart. We can actually make a building inside the pool like that. Okay, we have that cringing in the corner. Just making up stuff. Ready. So maybe let's get Flash out of this game. Oh, my just left. Oh, 15 minutes?